Across the United States, federal agencies are secretly classifying ordinary citizens who oppose data centers as potential violent extremists, while a Texas county just buckled under a $100 million legal threat. Here's where things stand. More than 1,000 pages of unpublished reports from the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and local fusion centers reveal a sweeping national effort to surveil what authorities are calling anti-tech violent extremism. Citizens attending budget meetings in Arlington and Fairfax County, Virginia were flagged. A Philadelphia fusion center warned that disruptive First Amendment activity is itself an indicator of domestic violent extremism. The surveillance targeted Tesla takedown protests and anti-AI gatherings across the country. It is a novel classification with no precedent in any previously published DHS or FBI guidance. That surveillance is now exposing the real legal limits of local resistance. Hill County, Texas found out the hard way. In May, the county passed a moratorium on new data center development, one of dozens spreading across the country. But developer RCM Hill filed a federal lawsuit on May 27, arguing the county exceeded its authority. The company had spent nearly $1 million and 16 months pursuing Project Aquila, a proposed 1,235 megawatt campus covering more than 800 acres. Facing the lawsuit, the Hill County Commissioners Court voted unanimously to rescind the moratorium, a complete reversal in less than 2 weeks. And the reason this legal pressure keeps growing comes down to one thing: the grid cannot keep up. PJM Interconnection, the grid operator that serves 65 million Americans across 13 states, projects it will be a full 6 gigawatts short of its reliability requirements by 2027. U.S. data center demand is already hitting 75.8 gigawatts this year and is on track to nearly double by 2030. Meanwhile, roughly 70% of the nation's power grid was built between the 1950s and 1970s and is approaching the end of its operational life. Yet despite that resistance, construction is pressing forward. In Saline, Michigan, a quiet township 10 miles southwest of Ann Arbor, construction crews have officially broken ground on a $16 billion data center campus known as the Barn. Built by Wallbridge for Oracle and OpenAI as part of the Stargate initiative, the 3-building campus will deliver 1 gigawatt of computing capacity across 250 acres. Michigan's governor called it the single largest economic investment in state history. And the financial commitment behind all that construction is staggering. Google has agreed to pay SpaceX $920 million per month, roughly $32 billion total, for access to 110,000 NVIDIA GPUs at Elon Musk's xAI data centers. The contract runs from October 2026 through June 2029. SpaceX disclosed the deal in an amended IPO filing ahead of its Nasdaq listing, and the combined SpaceX and xAI entity is now valued at $1.25 trillion. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment. It helps us cover more of these stories.